You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we've seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
And Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
78 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Brady going to find Jones here out of the backfield. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago.
First down, Chicago.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And Graham on the grab. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Cohen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, pick these picks.
Now Brady. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run, and you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Nwangu.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Check, check, lucky. 44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. This offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
From midfield, here's Brady. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second and 2. From the 50, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on.
That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Nwangu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. The final shot before half for Brady. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
A final shot before break. Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This is Jakeem Grant. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. So that'll back him up 5. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd and 15. One play action. Fields.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. A good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And this
touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 8. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run with Nwangu.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
162 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now they'll throw with Brady.
That's dropped underneath to Nwangu.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Suckup's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback. Put the balls in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Grant on the return. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The connection made. It's Graham. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Brady going to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Succop, and they open the lead up now to 25. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Fields. And Graham's got it, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 59 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Nwangu. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So